Hi, I'm Mike, and today we're going to be installing a Simplisafe do-it-yourself alarm system that's pretty easy to install. You can have 24-hour monitoring of it for a monthly fee, as of right now, for about 25 bucks a month. Hey, if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss anything. So there's a lot of parts that you can order, but they all come with the monitoring station. This is the brains of the outfit. It acts as the primary siren and is the brain for the whole thing. It communicates with each device, the keypad, any cameras you may have, a doorbell you may have. It's also got a battery backup, and when I pull this tab, it'll activate the batteries. This is the keypad. You want one at each door where you enter or exit. I'm going to have only one at this house. Because we enter only through one door. If you've got a front and a back door, maybe you have two. Some people, if they have an upstairs, downstairs, they put one at their master bedroom so they can arm and disarm the system. This is an extra siren. I can mount that anywhere. This is a motion detector. It's got, these are all battery activated. The buttons always go towards the ceiling, so don't mount it upside down. It's got a 30-foot field of vision and a 45 degree to 45 degrees. So you mount these in the corner, which is why they're shaped like that and go perfectly in the corner. And this is an entry sensor. This is good for doors or windows. Two parts. They get mounted on the door frame and the door itself, and when it separates, it notifies the base station that a door has been opened. So there's lots of parts you can order for this. Like I said, I didn't need cameras or smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, all that stuff. Doorbells, I didn't want that. They're out there. You can certainly order them and connect them to your base station. So ideally, the base station gets mounted somewhere in the center of the house, but not on the floor. Maybe a bar top somewhere out of the way, because it's gonna have a little ring here that glows, and I don't know, I don't like things to call attention to themselves, especially when they're security related. So, you know, somewhere ideally out of the way, but off the floor and in the center of the house. All right, so the first thing to do, we're gonna plug this base station in. Like I said, it lights up and makes some funny noises.
Welcome to Simplisafe.
All right, the next step is to mount the keypad. And I think I'm going to put it here because it's near the door, but kind of out of sight of vision. And the keypad slides up and down on this little bracket here. So the bracket is going to be mounted there. The keypad will simply slide down on. Now we're going to carry the keypad with us for the rest of the installation. And once I get it in, then I'll just pull the battery pad. And the batteries are all back here. 4 AA's, cheapest batteries on the planet. Maybe a good idea to replace them right off the bat because I know they're terrible. So I'm going to put this bracket right about here. It tells you to peel off the tape, which I will do. I hate the tape, so I'm going to use screws in addition to the tape. Okay. I want to mount that. I want to make sure that's nice and level. Now if I screw this up and I need to remove it, you're supposed to hold this on for 30 seconds, by the way. Anyway, if you need to remove it, you've got these little tabs right here, which is the tape, and it's that gooey booger-like tape that you pull down and it'll kind of release it. You'll have to pull it off. You know, you probably won't lose any paint, but you might. So here are the screws that they give you. These are like eyeglass screws. They're super tiny. They're not going to hold much in, but they will help to keep all your sensors and the keypad from moving. And let me tell you, as a victim of a sensor that has come unstuck from the wall in the middle of the night, it's frightening. So even though the instructions are going to tell you, oh, just peel it off, stick to the wall, it's going to be great. Yeah, for now. But in a year and a half, when that tape starts to give, you're going to wish you had these tiny little screws in there to keep it secure. Because the very last thing you want to happen at 2 a.m. is for a window sensor to fall off, telling the base station that there's been a break-in, and you will hit the ceiling. So use the screws. All right, screws are in the back bracket, and this is mounted. All right, so I've removed the keypad, and now let's pull our battery switch here and press down on there. It's starting to make lights.
Keypad added.
All right, it says press menu to continue setup. Menu is a button down here. Choose a master pin. Okay, so it's a 4-digit pin, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. All right, I put in my pin, and it said new pin confirmed. The base station is blinking like crazy. And set up now. We can press OK. We're going to set it up to Wi-Fi. And I've got my Wi-Fi there. And it's wanting a password, of course. Okay, so I have connected to Wi-Fi, and it is now telling me to install all my devices, which I will do. So I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to if you want to install motion detectors first or entry sensors. I'm going to do the entry sensors, and you can see there's a light on this one, and this one is actually just a magnet. And the magnet has only the tape, so cross your fingers, it stays forever. The sensor has a bracket with tape on the back, and that just pops down and has a couple of screw holes, which I am definitely going to use. There's the battery, there's the tab when I pull it after it gets installed. So I'm going to install it now. Okay, so you can see I've got 2 screws into this. I'm going to put the magnet next to it, oops, so that these 2 little dash marks are next to each other. And this can be within less than 2 inches of each other. So, you know, ideally it would have been easier to stick this on there, but this is wood and it's got a profile. If it was flat, we probably would have done that. But as it is, I'm going to have to mount this receiver upside down just so that these 2 sensors see each other much better. All right, I've got the sensor in. I've got the tape peeled off the back of that. You can see that the 2 little hash marks are talking to each other. And so right now the brain thinks that the door is closed. If I pull this away, it blinks saying the door is open. If I put it back, it'll blink twice saying that the door is closed. Okay, so that works fine. I'm gonna just stick that right there and hold for 30 seconds. Now, motion sensors work exactly the same way. Take the back off of it. It's got the sticky tape. I'm going to take the sticky tape off, stick it in the corner of the wall. You can see that it's set up for a 90-degree corner. Stick it in the corner of the wall, and then there's 4 holes for 4 screws that I'm definitely going to stick in there. So after you install these sensors, you're going to tell the base unit which sensors they are. And so there's a little button that makes it communicate. So that just communicated, it's an entry sensor found, and then from there I can name it front door and set. And you go around the entire house and do that, or you can choose other and name it whatever you want. All right, so everything is successful. I've got it up on my computer here. Let's mark home and see what happens.
Simplisafe on. Home.
Okay, so that's home, and the keypad says the same thing. Now if I hit away while I'm sitting here, it's going to activate all of the motion sensors, which I don't want, so I'm going to turn it back off.
Alarm off.
And I don't know if you can hear that, but the base station is saying alarm off as well, so we're cool. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to set up. The most difficult part is mounting the sensors, but getting the base station to talk to all of them is very easy. You can control it all on your phone, turn it off, arm it for being home or away, and it'll notify you if there's any type of an event that you need to be made aware of. Well, I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.